We're living through a very, very interesting time in world history. I think it's a once in 150 year period when everything, every foundation upon which our society has been built, that people my age and I don't know, close to my age, just took for granted. All those ideas, I think they're all being challenged, really challenged. I think that there's a large constituency of people, mostly young, because that's kind of who questions things, so it's natural. But they're questioning it differently than the young people that I grew up with, and I think young people for a very long time. And they're questioning things that I think many of us just took for granted as basic truths. For example, hard work pays off. I don't know, that was one of those things that I think you just took for granted if you were born in the 1960s or maybe 70s and maybe even 80s. It's definitely not taken for granted today as being a truth. And there's a lot of things like that that are being called into question as to whether they're true or not, and whether we want to build or live in a society that's built upon those ideas and ideals. I think it's very healthy. I think it's troublesome to people, and of course I felt troubled, and sometimes I still do feel troubled by the fact that some of these things that I think are just obvious are being called into question. But I think it's very, very healthy that everything be questioned and be forced to be relevant again. And so we're living through that time. It's going to be uncomfortable, but I have faith in Americans. I have faith in humanity that we're going to settle in the right place on all these issues.